Hello everyone, welcome back. We will be starting with yet another chapter, that is chapter 6. Okay, it will be about climate. Okay, so climate is nothing, okay, but when we say climate, it is a kind of a weather condition, okay, of an area which stays for a long period of time, maybe for more than 30, 40 years. Okay, climate is nothing but it is a type of weather condition which stays for a long period of time. Okay, say more than 20, 30 years. Okay, so see, when we say climate, okay, if we take the example of Kohima has a very calming, soothing weather, okay, all around the year. It's not too hot nor too cold. So the climate of Kohima is uh, it's very minimal, okay, not too hot, not too long, and it is going on for a very long period of time. So we can say that the climate of Kohima is very soothing for people all around the year. Okay, so that is called as climate. Okay, and also climate plays a very important role, okay, because climate influences the flora and fauna of a place. Okay, so if the weather is too hot, okay, you will not find some of the plants which are found in cold region in that hot areas. Example, okay, in Kohima, we take the example of the plant squash. Okay, so what happens is it grows here lavishly, but if you go down to Dimapur and if you plant the same tree or the same plant, okay, it will not thrive out there in Dimapur because it is really hot down there. So what happens, these plants do not grow. Example, mangoes grow very well in Dimapur because the weather is very soothing for mango tree and plant. Okay, and it arrives very well and it's very sweet down there in Dimapur. But if you bring the same mango tree and plant it out here in Kohima, okay, no doubt it will bear fruit, but it will not be as sweet and tasty as it is in Dimapur. So climate plays a very important role in for both flora as well as for fauna as well. Clear? Some hot region animal will not be able to survive in cold regions. Some cold regions animals will not be able to survive in hot areas. Okay, so climate plays a very important role in the setting up of flora and fauna as well. And next, okay, you might be wondering, what is the difference between a weather and a climate? Okay, yes, there is a difference between a weather and a climate. Okay, because weather happens maybe in a few seconds or in a few minutes the weather changes, whereas climate stays for a longer period of time. Okay, climate takes a long period of time to change, whereas weather, okay, it can be changed within a few minutes or a few hours. Say, I wake up today in the morning and the weather in Kohima is like so pleasant and sunny. I say, oh, today the weather is too good. But later, okay, after 30 minutes, you experience that it's suddenly turning dark. Okay, you can say that, oh, the weather has changed. Okay, so now we are experiencing like it's gonna rain. So we can say that weather can change within a few minutes of time. Okay, whereas climate takes a very long time to change. Clear? So the climate of an area takes a long time in order to change. Okay, I hope you're understanding me. For simpler terms, okay, so you go out. Okay, so I go out. Okay, say take the example here. I go out and then it started raining. So what I say is I got caught up in the rain yesterday, in a very bad weather yesterday. Okay, because it was raining, so I caught up in a very bad weather yesterday. But today the weather is really pleasant, right? So it changes within few hours, and within a day the weather changes. It does not stay the same. Okay, but when we talk about climate, okay, example, okay, many parts of Africa, okay, have harsh climate. You know how African region is, so the climate in Africa is somehow harsh. Okay, example, we can say that the weather in Kohima is very pleasant, whereas the climate, I'm sorry, okay, the climate in Kohima is very pleasant. The climate in Dimapur is very hot all around the year. Okay, or maybe the place in Rajasthan, okay, areas of Rajasthan stay hot all throughout the year. Okay, the climate in Rajasthan is very hot, it's very unbearable. Okay, whereas if you're referring to a weather, it will be like the weather is very good today, okay, but later on it might change. Okay, so that is the prediction. Weather happens within few hours, whereas climate takes time to change as well. When I say climate, okay, climate refers to the average weather, okay, you would expect, okay, in a particular area over a period of time, months, years, and centuries. I already told you. Okay, climate do not change within few hours. Climate do not change within 2 3 years. Clear, climate do not change in a month. Okay, climate takes a long period of time. Okay, it changes, it remains the same. Okay, Kohima has been cold as well as very soothing for the people of Kohima, because Kohima is situated in a hilly area, and so because of which it has a soothing climate. Okay, and it has remained that way for 30 40 years. Clear, just that the global warming is happening, so now these days a little change in the climate is happening. Okay, clear, so climate refers to an average weather. Okay, so we have the same weather all around the year. Okay, so what happened, the average weather, okay, you would expect in a particular area. Okay, so we have a soothing weather for a very long period of time, say for about 30 40 years, or maybe a century, okay, or more than a century. So that is called as a climate. Okay, it is not that Kohima is here and it will suddenly start snowing in Kohima in the winters. It's not like that. Okay, Kohima has been a soothing Kohima has a very soothing weather. Okay, and it lasts all throughout the year, and in winters, yes, it's a bit cool. Okay, and it's a very harsh during winters. Okay, but it has remained the same for a long period of time. It does not snow in Kohima, and it has been like that for quite a long period of time, so we can say that that is climate. Okay, also India has unusual topography. Okay, if we look into the higher reaches, okay, in the northern side of India, we can see huge Himalayan mountains. Clear, huge Himalayan mountains, and the weather condition or the climatic condition in these areas are very extreme. Okay, whereas you look into the middle part of India, okay, that is the central part of India, we can see the climatic condition differ in this area as well. And if we look into the southern as well as the northeast region, again the climatic condition differ. Okay, so because of the unusual topography, okay, all the country has different weather condition. Okay, but they have a uniform tropical climate. Okay, India has a tropical climate. Okay, but they differ from place to place because of their topography. Clear, so the climatic, okay, the climatic condition of our country, okay, is mainly based on four factors. Okay, number one is temperature. Okay, temperature, you all know what temperature is. Number two is rainfall. Okay, next is atmospheric pressure. Okay, and the last is the direction of the wind. Okay, climate in India is mainly focused on these four main points. Okay, that is temperature, okay, rainfall, atmospheric pressure, and the direction of the wind. Also, the climate in India is basically influenced by two factors. Okay, the climate in India is basically influenced by two factors. That is, number one, okay, India has been divided into two halves. okay, by the Tropic of Cancer, 23 half north. Okay, you can just check it out. Okay, in your textbook, India is divided into two halves by the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, and the upper area is the north temperate zone. Okay, the upper part is the north temperate zone and the lower part is the south tropical storm. Okay, so with the Tropic of Cancer, India has been divided into two halves, that is the north temperate zone and the south temperate zone. Okay, so these are different areas according to the climatic thing. Okay, number B is the great Himalayan ranges. Okay, so the colored areas are the Himalayan ranges. Okay, so these are the ones, okay, these great Himalayan ranges are the ones, okay, which separates India from the other parts of Asia. Okay, so these Himalayan mountain ranges are like the barrier, okay, are like a boundary between India and the rest of Asia. Okay, and this, okay, these mountains prevents the bitter cold wind, okay, which comes from Central Asia. The mountains, the Himalayan mountains, they act as a barrier, okay, for the cold winds sweeping in from Central Asia to India. Okay, thus because of which, okay, India do not have a very cold climate. Okay, so if we move ahead, okay, India has a tropical monsoon type of weather. If any question arises, what type of weather condition does India have? Okay, India has a tropical monsoon type of weather. Okay, that you can answer that. Next topic is, what is monsoon? Okay, monsoon, okay, the word monsoon has been derived, okay, has been derived from the Arabic word, which means, okay, from the Arabic word mosam. Okay, you can underline that in your textbook, from the Arabic word mosam, which means season. Okay, so monsoon is derived from the Arabic word which means season. Or if you want to define what monsoon is, okay, monsoon, a name for a wind system that changes in speed and direction with season, that is called as monsoon. Okay, so it is typically a wind system. Okay, if the wind blows in one direction, what happens? It takes along with them the moisture along with them, and then it creates kind of a monsoon. Okay, it creates monsoon. Okay, next, if we look, okay, so monsoon in India it generally begins from the Indian Ocean. Okay, so we can say that the Indian Ocean plays a very important role for the monsoon season in India, because the oceans divert the wind towards India. Okay, the Indian Ocean diverts the wind towards India, bringing moisture to the Indian country. Clear? So likewise, okay, there are two types, okay, there are two seasons. Okay, so the southwest monsoon, okay, it starts from April to October. Okay, so what happens here is it flows from the Indian Ocean. You can see the direction of the wind. Okay, and so northeast also, okay, receives the southwest monsoon, because the air travels the Indian Ocean. Okay, what happens is from the Indian Ocean the air circulates the moisture, and it flows all the way to northeast. And so when this air flows through northeast, rainfall is expected. Okay, so usually from April to October we receive rainfall. Okay, and the northwest monsoon or northeast monsoon, okay, the northeast monsoon flows from the northeast region, okay, and it flows down places in southern India. And so the monsoon season in southern India starts mainly from October to April. Okay, so the southwest monsoon, okay, brings shower to northeast region and the central part of India, whereas the northeast monsoon brings rainfall from October to April in the low-lying areas of South India. Okay, so okay, so two of the important elements, okay, that affect climate in India are temperature and precipitation. Precipitation is nothing but it will be term in terms of rainfall. Okay, so India is a very vast country, and so we expect different type of weather condition. Okay, so in the far-reaching Himalayan regions, okay, the most of northern India, okay, they mostly experience snowfall. Okay, while the rest of the country receives heavy rainfall. Example, Meghalaya receives around 400 centimeters of rainfall. Okay, whereas the deserts of India receives around 10 centimeters of rainfall. Okay, likewise, coastal regions of Tamil Nadu receives most of the rain in early autumn and winter, and after that they remain dry all throughout the year. Okay, so we can say that yes, we have a tropical type of weather, but still then, okay, every setting has different type of weather according to its topography and according to its geography as well. Clear? Next is some of the climatic factors which we'll be dealing with. Okay, number one is and relief and location. Okay, so India has a kind of a triangular shape. Okay, if you look into the division, the Tropic of Cancer divides India into two hubs, right? So the down part is somehow like a triangular shape. Okay, and these triangular shapes are those areas which are located in the peninsular plateau. Okay, peninsular plateau is nothing but the land area which is surrounded by water. Okay, so starting from the Mumbai region, from the Orissa region till the south of India, we can see that all these areas are coastal regions. Okay, and because they are in the plateau regions, okay, peninsular plateau regions, what happens is the ocean plays a major role. Okay, the ocean or the seas plays a major role in the climatic conditions out there. Okay, in the climatic conditions in the peninsular region. Okay, likewise, okay, these areas, okay, so these areas receive a different kind of weather conditions. Okay, so if we look, okay, the northern part, that is the uppermost part, okay, that is the Jammu and Kashmir regions, they receive a form of continental type of climate. Okay, the upper regions, the northern India, okay, they have the continental type of climate. Okay, so if we say continental type of climate, it means a climate which is characterized by hot summer and cold winter and little rainfall. Okay, so we can take the example of Delhi. Okay, it is very hot during the summer, okay, and during the winter it is very cold. Okay, so these have a continental type of weather. Next is the subtropical. Okay, the middle portion of India, that is called as the subtropical zone. Okay, subtropical zone means they receive hot and humid, okay, and as well as mild winter. Okay, they have a hot and humid summer and they have mild winter, not very cold. Okay, very little cold winter is present. Next, you have the tropical zone. In the tropical zone, you have only two seasons, that is the wet season and the dry season. And likewise, I already told you the Himalayan ranges. Okay, the Himalayan ranges are such that they prevent cold air sweeping in from the Central Asian countries. Okay, so it plays a very important role in India as well. Okay, next we have altitudes. Okay, altitudes also play a very important role. We've been discussing that, right? Himalayan ranges have very high mountains, because of which they prevent the airflow. Okay, so altitudes play a very important role in influencing the climate. Okay, so what happens is the more higher the mountain goes up, okay, so what happens here is the temperature, okay, it is less dense and the temperature decreases. Okay, so the more high you go, it becomes more colder. Clear? So what happens here is areas such as Mussoorie. Okay, this is a hill station. This area, okay, the weather condition is very soothing, okay, and it snows during winter. Okay, so these places are very much on high altitudes because of which their weather condition is very their temperature decreases. Okay, like Mussoorie, the second picture is Darjeeling, and next is Uti. Okay, Uti is a hill destination, okay, in Tamil Nadu. Clear? So in lower altitudes, okay, these higher altitudes region, okay, have very mild climate, whereas low-lying areas, okay, low those states which are low altitudes have low altitudes such as Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata, they have moderate climate. Okay, they have moderate climate, not too hot, not too cold. Okay, but we can see that in this region mostly during the summers is very hot, and even during winter they don't have any kind of winter. It is somehow like mild winter. Okay, so that is all for today. We will do the next topics in our next class. Thank you and have a nice day.